Greetings. Welcome back to Too Much For Me. I am B. Burlington Jr.
My name is Shannon Sharp with 2 eyes. My name is Skuzii with 2 eyes.
And this is Too Much or Not Too Much Mental Health. How's your mental health, Skuzii?
Yo, bliss, man. Actually, very good. I'm probably in the best place I've been in my entire life. I can say that confidently.
I can respect that. I'm getting to that point. Personally, I'm getting to that point. You know, mental health is a roller coaster. Personally, you know, got good days. I started therapy recently. Personally, you know, I kind of just jumped into it, but you know, I'm doing therapy presently. It's helping me with the letting go of things, doing better with things, job issues. You know, it's an uphill battle, but you know, I'm getting there.
Good.
You know.
What do you think? I don't know why I thought of, you know what this made me think of? We were doing the Barry JC skits for the Ask About the Octopus album. Like, what ails you?
Tell me what's going on.
Your demons?
If you don't properly exercise them demons. But nah, what you about to ask? You about to ask?
I got it now because I was about to ask him. I was like, what? Huh? Man, what the fuck is your problem? Why ain't you happy? Now, I was gonna say, what are the hurdles that you're going through that you think is kind of? No, I wouldn't say holding you back because this is all a process. It's a lifelong process. Yeah. But I guess what are the tribulations that you're experiencing now?
I think the biggest thing, because I put off going into, oh wow, that scared the shit out of me. I forgot that is on a timer. Oh, fuck the demons. The thing that's really the hardest thing as far as this battle or journey that I'm going through is I put off going through grief therapy personally. And that's been, lately I have felt like I've been forgetting my father's voice, which if you have ever been through grief, if you've ever been through anything like that, you have fond memories. You hear the certain things, certain phrases that the person will say. Me personally, I've heard my dad's voice in 6 years. So it's kind of like I'm going through growing pains, being a 30-year-old adult in a loving relationship, you know, that's going somewhere, you know what I'm saying? No offense to anything in my past, but a relationship that has trajectory. And now I want to hear one of my most trusted male figures. So that's one of the things my mental health is really struggling with personally. It's hard. Grief therapy has been difficult. That's the biggest thing that I've been, you know, trying to overcome and do better with.
I can dig that. I think I'm in a pretty good place as far as like a lot of this shit, especially in that regard, that was ailing me. I've like kind of like thankfully successfully worked past. I mean, of course you have your good days.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you, my nigga.
Yeah.
I would say now the biggest thing for me is kind of like when you get to a good, like we'll say physically, like let's say you got a good workout shit, you got a good diet, yada, yada. But then it's just like you get on such a good little trajectory. Every now and again, you got them little problems. To me, it's kind of like when a nigga Goku or Gohan was, you know, doing his thing and he was chilling for like however many years after Cell. Yeah. But then it'd be like, man, let me put on this costume and fight crime. Like, that's my subconscious.
I gotta get back into it.
Because I have my little thing. I'm cool for the most part. Every day for me is, when I say boring, I mean in a good way.
I got you.
My days are my mission, which is just like, let's build up this business. Let's be a better musician. And what are better ways that I can build around making myself happy. But then and I think I talked to you about this yesterday actually, but like I have like I think thing for me, like personality wise, what fucks me up is I have like an underlying quest for validation. And I think that's and it's funny because it's like, okay, some of that ties into I think what makes me such a good musician and an artist, because I am very restless about making sure my shit is top notch, but there can be unhealthy shit tied in. But anywho, easily unsettling shit tied into it. Yeah, sometimes, like for example, let's say I'm working through a business situation and someone is not giving me a response. Like when I say response, I want like, and I use yesterday for an example, like where it's somebody who wants me to come do an event, but they're not giving me the best communication. And then maybe a better professional situation will come. Like maybe there's a good situation that I would have done for free and it would have been beneficial, but then a better professional situation comes along same time and it's like, hey, we're going to pay you this much. This is the details, this is everything you need. So then I'll communicate to that other person, hey, I want to make your shit work too. Here's all the details for what I'm doing. What do I need from you? And then they either give you bare minimum details or you tell them what you're trying to do and they give you a half-ass response where
that you really don't want. Like you want to make it work. I'm trying to make you happy.
And it's and it's like logically, you should just be like, oh, fuck y'all. Cool. All right, bet. I see what it is. Cool, bet. Let me just stick with this and move along. Me, I have this desire to make you understand and be like, no, I need you to know that my intention is this. And granted, I don't fulfill these things, but I do be wanting to shake the shit out of people like, bitch, I'm trying to work with you. I'm trying to work with you. And it's like, that's not my responsibility.
It's not. It's really not. But it's hard to get out of that.
A little tense.
It's mental health. It's mental health. You know what I'm saying? People... Sometimes when it comes to that validation, because I've had an issue with that too, with like needing validation from others, not in that sense. Like I used to content create like on my own. I used to do my own motivational videos. I've been off motivational videos for at least 2 months, but I realized that I was seeking outside validation from the likes, the comments, the follows, and it wasn't really helping my mental health at all. Instead of understanding that I should be self-validating, I don't need this. I'm not doing this because I want to. I feel like I need to because the people need me. They need their Uncle Chubsy Bear. I don't go by that anymore.
Right.
That was for my mental health. I felt like it was a mask. I was masking who I was under the guise of another character. It's not saying it wasn't me, but it was really toxic for my mental health after a while.
And it's funny you say that too, because it's like, I think that's like my one little like superhero shit when it does come to the social media shit is I've never been like I don't want to say thirsty because I don't want to be disrespectful to you.
You're fine.
I would say I've never seeked that out of the socials. Like I notice it where I'll be like, damn, only 3 people like that. All right. But like, for me, I'm separated enough that I can also see how it is slippery slope because again, like I'll do that with the music sometimes. And I'm glad I'm in a place now where my mind doesn't let me do that. Like for example, someone who I really respect musically, and also shout out to this, damn, I don't want to shout you out just because I can't say a name correctly. Otherwise I would, because this dude's dope. And I think he's an ideal person. Like he has less followers than me, but musically, business wise, way ahead of where we're at. But anytime I ask him for stuff, he answers. Like he don't hold no information. Like I'll be like, bro, how did you do that? He'll send me like the YouTube link, how he did this, how he did that, and he gives me hella info. And sometimes I'll see him work a record way less than I do and get way more reception, way more people. And it's funny because I'll see my brain try to do that. My brain will try to be like, well, you just did all this work on Good Grief and you only, but then I'll be like, I kind of really don't give a fuck. I did what it did. That's all right. Keep moving.
And that's the best. I think that's something I had to learn is having that mindset. Because, you know, like you said, you were already in front of people anyway doing music before I even started doing my own content creating. So for me, it became like a drug, not understanding that people interacting with your content and they like me. They like what I'm doing. They like this. It's like, I didn't understand how bad that was for my mental, personally. It was a constant thing. My girlfriend even pointed out to me, it's like every day you would talk about how many followers you got, or this video didn't get this many views, this, that, and the third. You would always talk about, oh, this could be, oh, I need to save that. Like a phrase I would say to her. And it's like, it started to consume me. It's like, honestly, it's like that Jonathan Majors in Magazine Dreams.
Facts.
The idea of becoming famous for the content started to consume me and really put me in a depressing spot. You know, started doing the content to make myself not depressed because it was for me. People started liking it. I made it seem like they need me instead of I need this for myself.
You know, it's a scary thought too, because it's like you relatively got really popping really fast.
Yeah.
And there's people who get way more popping way faster. So imagine how that could be.
I can't imagine that because you're honestly right. I was really surprised how many followers I was able to get in the time that I was making content. But like when people get that one viral video and it just goes 0 to 60 that quickly, it's like, oh, we talked about that, how young artists get money. It's that same idea. Once you get it, you don't know what to do with it. It feels like you have to have to sustain that success. And that in itself is mental illness.
I want to applaud. See, what I was about to say. I want to applaud you on successfully landing all those S words.
Man,
I'm not even gonna try.
Almost did it. Almost did it. It was right there. Almost didn't make it.
Suffering, succotash. That would have whipped my ass. Good God, this mic would have been drenched. 100% pause. Skip. But outside of weather forecast though, now you definitely bring up a good point, and I think that too. I'm a firm believer in like energy and shit like that. Right?
Oh, for sure.
And I feel like the energy that comes with attention is very unnatural and it's very new. That didn't exist like what? And like
shit,
in the grand
15 years ago.
Yeah, no. and shit. Just think of like the scope of humanity, how long humans have been around, and how the type of technological advances we've had, and like the energy exchange that comes with that.
Yeah,
and like shit, nigga. Even the attention of motherfuckers like rock stars in the 70s and 80s. That's relative to how long motherfuckers been around. That's new.
It was. And you were. And if you think about it like this, they were on just television screens, maybe the radios, and so they were broadcasting in the small scope compared to where we are on social media. People have expanded that visibility on such a grand scheme that it's global now. I think I talked to my girlfriend about this. We went from having like the Denzel Washingtons, the Sidney Poitiers, the Angela Bassett's. They're known. Yeah. They're known. But now you have these content creators, and no offense to the content creators who are on Instagram, who are on whatever. I mean, we're making content right now, but shout out to y'all for being able to possibly keep your right mind.
Yeah.
And if you haven't, I'm pray for you.
Yes.
Because I know that the pressure to have to make content can really put you into a slump.
And even like shit, nigga, hell yeah, because I'm even thinking like, damn, I'm gonna have to break this in the clips and blah 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 blah. But like, I'll say too for anybody watching that, bless you, thanks, is dealing with shit like this. If you need to, take that shit off your phone. Like for all our content and stuff, for real, I don't keep Instagram on my apps. Like I'll put it up there if I need to like respond to certain people or and that little crack hit will catch me. Sometimes I'll peep that shit in the state on my phone a day or two. But I use it if I'm checking stuff, it's the desktop version. I have this app called Metricool, and it posts all our shit on whatever you need it on. For me, it's YouTube Shorts, TikTok.
You can Facebook. Schedule that, can't you?
Yeah,
okay.
And that's exactly what I do. Unless it's like YouTube Shorts, and then I do that separately. But all that to say, like that shit is meant. It's very irresponsible. Very. The way that it's made. Because it's like, bro, it's that crack shit. You got to keep swiping. You got to keep looking at shit.
They make you. I've found that it activates your dopamine receptors.
Yeah.
In overabundance. So it's like you keep getting hit with, dopamine. It's like you keep getting that hit. It's like, oh, bet I can get to the next thing, and next thing you know, it's been hours. Shit, for me, I have a 2-hour limit on my social medias because of that. It started to put me into such a mental space where I can't focus for a long time. Now I can. I'm better now.
Yeah.
But the visibility, the access, all of that is really, it's not good for you.
Yeah, it's really the overabundance comes in cycles. And really, when you think of cycles and abundance, you think of the brand Don't Ask About the Octopus.
What?
Which we're wearing right now.
Are we wearing that?
You know, it's not available yet, but by the time it's out, maybe it is.
All my gosh.
This is good quality Black American made shit.
I feel
right
good.
Here,
you
baby.
see this blue on me, baby? Powder blue. You see that?
I just checked my watch, and my credit score just went up 8,000 points.
Goddamn. They don't even go up that high, bitch.
It's the shirt.
You're not a bitch. I'm sorry. I was calling you a bitch.
God damn.
That was aggressive.
But that social media shit is evil, my nigga. And it is really fucked up for your mental. And again, that's funny because it all comes back to the mental health shit.
Yeah, for sure.
But just be aggressive about your shit, man. Care about yourself because ain't nobody gonna else give a fuck about you until you give a fuck about yourself first.
Put effort into helping yourself and fixing yourself, whether it's physically, especially mentally.
Yeah.
If you can do it mentally, it'll pay off into all the other. I mean, you went through health class, emotionally, spiritually, physically, all of that. It all plays together. The intersectionality of health starts with your mental. Do what's best for you.
You got to. And I'll say too, figure out what works for you and what doesn't work. And even if you just gotta write that shit down, listen to your intuition. Like, and that's the other thing too, because a lot of time, like the first step, of course, is figuring out, all right, what doesn't work, what makes you, upset or sad and stuff, and obviously limit those things or have a better control. But sometimes what niggas don't do too is make sure you lean into what makes you happy.
I think that's a really hard thing for people to do. I think
Thanks.
People like to live in misery, inadvertently and on purpose.
It's addictive.
Yeah.
It's your subconscious fucking with you.
Yeah, and you can get addicted to the sympathy that comes with your own misery.
Big facts. I think that's why a lot of niggas obsess over death.
Yeah, unfortunately so.
Niggas fantasize about funerals.
They live in that.
I know I have before. I've thought about my funeral many a time. And then you gotta catch yourself and be like, what the fuck am I thinking about?
I'm living right now. I am alive. I still have my health. I have people around me that love me. Lean not into that. Oh, that was perfect timing.
Yes.
Lean out of the negative influences that may put you in a terrible mental space and put yourself in an opportunity or to be potentially better than you were the other day.
On that note too, before we end this, let me say this in regards to mental health because I've been hearing about this on the streets. A lot of y'all, the young motherfuckers, you weed smoker, a couple people my age too, but not really. It's more like a young folks thing. I know some of y'all is purposely smoking that synthetic shit or some of the stuff that's like it's laced, but y'all doing it on purpose and it's fucking up y'all stomachs and shit. I've heard that it's a thing amongst y'all. Stop smoking that shit. Y'all niggas just turn into little crackheads, and that's gonna fuck up your mental space as well too. If you gonna smoke, keep it natural, baby. If you don't have to, just don't. But if you do, please stay away from that synthetic shit because it is fucking y'all niggas up. Medically, for sure, it is fucking y'all niggas up. It is fucking, and if I want to be specific, gastrointestinal shit is fucking up your insides. Please stop smoking that bullshit.
Take care of yourself. I've been B. Burlington Jr.
I'm Skuzii with 2 eyes.
Skill. This has been too much, or not too much, mental health.
Yeah. Stop smoking that crack, you bitch.